Hello, dearest. Welcome to your channeled tarot reading. If you're new here, I'm Emperia. I'm a clairsentient channeler and tarot reader. Welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, my beloved circle. Today we're going to focus a little bit more on the tarot. We're going to get into a Celtic cross reading here. We're going to look at your energy here, and we're going to look at somebody in your energy over on the other side here. We're going to look at some oracle messages and get into your energy and this other person's energy before we jump into a Celtic cross spread. We also have a signifier card. When I was dealing the deck earlier and clearing the energy, the Lovers was on the bottom of the deck, and then while I was dealing, I also pulled this out of the deck. So I feel like the Lovers energy is very significant right now, at the moment you are watching this. Now, this can signify a union with a partner, or a union with someone else, even if they are not a romantic partner. But the energy that I'm picking up on from this card is a union with yourself, with an aspect of yourself. This has something to do with your nature, accepting and coming into union with a part of your aspect, a part of your nature. Okay? That's what I'm feeling from this card. So we're going to keep this card out as a signifier, and this is going to lead the reading. So I'm going to start by getting an affirmation card for both you and somebody in your energy that is influencing you at this time. All right, so for you, we've got infinite creativity for you. And the card says, I tap into my infinite creativity, expressing myself freely and joyfully. Almost every reading I have done has been you connecting to your creative energy, building something, and connecting with other creatives. That's been very, very strong in the collective energy. So that's your energy. You could also have extra synchronicity, but you could also have a black cat, or you could have a cat, or you could be seeing more felines, out and about or on images and video. So that's just an extra synchronicity for you. You could strongly connect with cats and feline energy, black cat energy. I'm also hearing that. Let's get one for your person. Let's get one for the person influencing your energy. Now, keep in mind that when I read for relationships, I keep the nature of the relationship neutral, because it isn't just romantic relationships that affect us and that are important to us. And I know that everyone wants to, hear about their divine partners, and it's very important, yes. But it's also important to also check in on our other relationships and what is going on in our relationship energy outside of romantic connections, okay? So here's Magical Presence again, and I'm quite sure, if I can remember correctly, this came out in the last reading that I've done. Whenever you're seeing this, I don't know when you will see this, but I'm going to link that reading at the end of this video so that you can see that video as well, because this person could be the same person in that reading, so there could be something important there as well. So we had this one, Magical Presence, and it says, my presence is magical, and I attract positivity and light wherever I go. So this person, I feel like I'm picking up on some of the energy from last week. This could potentially be the same collective with the same person. Okay? Because usually when these cards are repeating, then there's something that is ongoing that needs to be learned, or there's something that is ongoing that is manifesting and still needs to be explored. Okay? So this person could have a very magical presence, as we explored last time. This person is very magical. They could be very imaginative, very creative. We also have divine wisdom. We had an owl come out in that reading as well, but this is a snowy owl. This is a different owl, and they have different meanings, okay? I trust my inner wisdom and know that it guides me towards my highest good. Actually, I think I had a comment on that video as well. Someone said that they connected to a snow owl. Yeah, I remember somebody commenting saying that they connect to a snow owl, and someone else said that they were resonating with owls right now. So I'm not surprised that owls are coming out. But the owl is coming out for somebody in your influence right now. Okay, divine wisdom. So I feel like this person could be very wise. This person could have owl-like energy. I feel like this person can have a very calm energy, a very observant gaze. They could come off as an old soul. Sometimes they can be overly observant, quiet. I feel like they can give very, very good advice, but they don't give unsolicited advice. I feel like this person is very devoted to what they do, very devoted to their family, to their partner. So that's the energy I'm getting for them there. Now I'm just going to pull your spirit animal archetype. You're coming out as friend the dog. How cute is that? And the card says, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. Yes, I feel like you are a very devoted and loyal person to those you are close with. I feel like sometimes you can be very devoted and loyal to other people, but you sometimes feel like you don't get that in return. You're connecting to the dog energy right now. So this could also indicate something that you are very loyal and devoted to. Not necessarily a person, but it can also be a path, a project, something that you're building. I feel like you could also potentially have a really close circle, a very close-knit circle, people that you rely on, and you have people who can rely on you in some way. This could also be somebody that is coming into your life, or you are going to be meeting someone who you are going to be very devoted and loyal to, or you're going to want to express this devotion to. I also feel like you can be someone who loves very fully, loves very unconditionally. I think all of us, to some degree, have some conditions when it comes to relationships. I think when it comes to unconditional love, it can be something that is very rare, especially in our times. But what I'm seeing here is that you can be the closest thing to unconditional love when you really cherish something. I feel like you have a very compassionate heart. And I also feel like you really value your community. You really value your friendships. And I don't know, but in this card, I'm getting this somber, almost this somber energy. Like you're looking out through the window. This dog is looking out through the window. And it's like the dog is asking themselves, is there others that are like me? Are there others that are as loyal and devoted as me to this cause, to this relationship, to these values? So I feel like there could be some of that energy here. I feel like you could be searching, well, not necessarily searching, but maybe looking for the same types of values or qualities in others. All right, if you don't already have this energy in your life. All right, let's get this person. I also get this sense of innocence and playfulness from you because of the white symbol. It's a white dog, and that's how I usually see white, is like this innocent, playful energy. So I feel like you can be like very childlike, not childish, childlike. So you can really you can really have a sense of wonder in the world, and that's probably because you're connected to your creative nature. You are a creative, and I find that creative people see the world with a sense of wonder and magic that sometimes, a lot of people, especially in adulthood, can lose or become very disconnected to, when we shouldn't. And here we see the community card, and community is a theme. We were just talking about community, but this is coming out for somebody in your energy. So I don't feel necessarily like this is a specific person in your energy. I'm picking up on a community, like a group of people in your energy. Maybe a community you're connecting to, a group you're connecting to, a common cause, something like that. And the card says you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. You're digging deeper into your values, what it is you like, what you don't like, what you want and you don't want around you. And because you are closely connecting to this and you're starting to understand this better, you're drawing in the right people for you, the right group for you. You could also be connecting with people online or connecting with a club or community local to you. And I feel like this is being called towards you, and you are being called towards your group, your community, your tribe, so to speak. I feel like you're going to be someone who is relied upon. You are showing up as the dog, a very good friend. So I feel like this community or this group is going to see you as very reliable, as somebody who can also potentially lead, but someone who is also open-minded and curious and can follow and listen to other opinions. I feel like you can be very open-minded. I don't feel a rigid energy from you at all. It's a very nice energy. But if this is a person, then you could potentially meet this person within a community that you're a part of. Or if you already know this person, then they're in a community that you are a part of. So you're part of the same type of community, okay? I also feel like if this is a person, they could be very good or very skilled at building, like using their hands. They could be in a trade. They could be, they could have their own business where they build something or they create something. Something like that. I'm picking up on some of that energy as well. I feel like they could also really love nature. I am getting this magical presence and divine wisdom. So I feel particularly this person, if it is a person, they are very experienced. It could also be a community that is very experienced in something and has a lot of wisdom. Okay, a lot of life experience and wisdom. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. I'm getting a lot of friendship energy here though, and we had summer, heart space energy. So yeah, I'm definitely sensing some of that. Something could be very significant in the summer for you. I'm recording this right now in the summertime, but you may not see this message during the summertime. So if you're seeing this, say, in fall or spring or winter, then it could be the upcoming summer this could be relevant to. So this could be a community or someone that you meet around the summertime, or this could be something that grows in the summertime. But the summer is often associated with inspired action and passion. So I also feel like connecting to yourself, what you're passionate about and what you love to do, is also aligning you to this person or to this group of people, okay? Let's get one for this community. This community B. This person could also be, this person could also have their own community. They could be someone in the public eye or on social media, online, something like this. They've got the necropolis. Yeah, I feel from this person, I feel this humble energy from this person. Like they're not overly flashy. They're very humble. They're very calm. I feel like they have been through a lot. They have a lot of experience. There could even be an age difference between you two. They could even be like a mentor type of person, or this community is like, this community teaches you a lot. I feel like there is this wealth of knowledge and wisdom in this community, or that this person holds, that provides so much value to their own family and friendship circles, and even to you. All right, I'm just going to pull 2 of these messages. These focus on timing and situations. We've got it's timeless. And the card says, this issue transcends the clock. The answer lies in the eternal present, in love, truth, or a fundamental principle. Wow, this is very interesting. And here we have like a hedge. What's that place called? It was used for rituals with the moon. Or it's theorized that it was used for rituals with the moon. And it's so common and I can't remember the name of it. If you can remember the name of it, please put it down below in the comments. I'm feeling something very ancient about this energy. And I feel like through this community or through this person, you could potentially connect to something very ancient as well. I get this very curious energy from you. I feel like you're very curious about something. There's something that you're discovering within this group or with this person, maybe even together, that is accelerating your growth. And there's also a message here about the present moment. I feel like there's something about this connection, or something about you, or something about this person specifically that brings you into the present moment or grounds your energy. This could be that maybe you have a tendency to be anxious, or you have a tendency to isolate, or to be like a lone wolf type of personality. I feel like this person brings you out of this. I feel like this person or this community is leading you in a different direction and kind of teaching you how to be within a community, or teaching you to open up and integrate yourself in a community. Maybe something that you didn't have before, and you're learning how to do that now. I also feel like this community or this connection is going to be like a long-term thing for you. It's a long-term thing. Wow, that one went flying. Okay. Not yet, but soon. I think we had this one not very long ago as well. It says, the seed is germinating underground. Your job is to water with faith, not to dig it up to check for growth. This reminded me of a dog when I said that, like how dogs can dig into the ground. I feel like there's possibly something that you may have buried some time ago that is coming to the surface. It's starting to sprout. Maybe something that you're re-exploring within yourself. Something that you're deciding to focus on and grow at this time. So your job right now is to water that, to have faith that it's going to grow. Maybe you didn't in the past. Maybe you weren't ready. But now you are ready. There is something that you are ready for that is ready to grow and has come to the surface. That's for you. That's very specific to you. And it's timeless. I feel like this is connected to you both, but I'm going to put it here with this person. For some reason, I feel like this timeless card and this necropolis is connected. I get this very ancient energy here with this person. And I feel like you could potentially learn a lot here in this community. And there's something that is being illuminated. Perhaps this is something being illuminated within you. Because you are learning how to connect to something much bigger than just you. Maybe you are so used to being on your own and doing things on your own. And this is new territory for you. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the tarot. We're going to look at the situation. We're going to look at the situation and we're going to get all of the cards out and briefly talk about them. And then we're going to jump into the extended where we really get into the details and where we also explore further this connection between you and this community. I also want to get some clarifiers to see if this could potentially be a person or a group of people. And I feel like I'm connecting to two different groups within this collective. One that is connecting with a person that has a community and has something like knowledge, like a mentorship to offer to you. And I feel like I'm also connecting to someone who is learning how to grow within a community dynamic. So we've got the Knight of Cups. So I'm getting this sense of reserved energy. And we can almost see this from the friend as well. I feel like maybe you have been hurt in the past. Maybe you had some friends that turned out to be fake, or their intentions weren't what you thought they were. Or you thought that a friend or a group of people who had your back, they didn't actually have your back. Something like this I'm picking up on, because friendship seems to be in focus for you, or community. Now I was also getting that from the Lovers over there as the signifier energy. Because this is about connecting to a nature within yourself. Over there we have a wolf and here we have a dog. So a canine energy in general. This is a pack animal. Thrives within a community and pack dynamic. Loves to be social but can struggle with social situations or finding friendships and even lovers who are as devoted and loyal and have the same values as you. This could be something that you have struggled with and now you struggle to open up in general. All right, but I feel like that is changing. The more you connect with yourself and your own nature and understand yourself, you are naturally drawing in people who are like you, who do have strong values, who have a lot of wisdom, and can help you to open up and expand your gifts, your own personal gifts. Okay? So we have the Knight of Cups. I'm feeling this sense of reserved energy. I feel like you keep your emotions very close to your heart. You're not someone who... You don't necessarily overshare. I feel like you can, but I feel like it can really be difficult for you to share in general. You may be lacking consistency. There may be something that you really need to put your mind to, and you really need to stick to it. So I'm definitely sensing a struggle to open up. I'm sensing a struggle to ground yourself into something, to focus yourself into something. And I feel like it has to do with relationships and community, friendships. You're the kind of friend I would want to have. That's how I feel about you. You're the kind of friend that I would want to have. And this community or this person over here, they're very grounding to you. It's like this very yin and yang balanced energy here. But they can bring in a different perspective for you. Some knowledge that you have not experienced before. But you're reserved, you're held back, you're holding yourself back, you're restraining yourself, you're restraining your emotions. You're trying not to offer too much. Maybe you've been told that you were too much, or you feel like you have been too much. I just think that you haven't met the right people. This is making me feel a lot. I feel a lot from you. The Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you need to consistently work on this opening up. Let's see what is hidden. We've got strength. So you do have a lot of inner resilience. You've probably been through a lot in your life. You have a very compassionate heart. Despite going through as much as you've gone through, you still hold space for others. You're still very loving. You're still very devoted. That's beautiful. We have, look at this. We have the wolf here, the white wolf here, and the white dog. You're someone who can be very optimistic. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You don't always show what you're going through. This can also be a trauma response, right? From feeling like you couldn't open up to others. Let's see what was going on in your past. We're going to get into all of this in the extended, but I'm being mindful of the time. We've got the Knight of Swords in the past, so there was some form of communication. Maybe this communication disrupted you, disrupted your life, or the Nine of Swords. Okay, there was some sort of communication that brought on a lot of anxiety or sleepless nights or restlessness. This could potentially have to do with a community or a friendship or even a lover. Okay, but this communication really put you in like this somber energy, this very reflective energy. I feel like you can sometimes be very outgoing. You can be very outgoing, but this energy kind of put you into this isolated lone wolf energy for a while. You got the Two of Pentacles, so you could be focusing on what to prioritize and focus on right now. You may feel a little bit lost, maybe a little bit confused. It could be making you rethink your priorities. Okay, maybe you prioritized on something when it came to relationships before, and you're starting to have a realization about that prioritization, that maybe it wasn't the best for you after all. And maybe this communication or this friendship or this community left you high and dry, and now you realize that maybe you're putting your priority into the wrong things when it comes to these relationships. I feel like you are going to have choices to make. You are going to have to make some choices, and you're going to have to really evaluate these choices depending on your personal values, your desires, and where you are headed on this current path of yours, okay? So you are going to be faced with some choices, and this is where I'm picking up on some of that lost energy. Like, you're not sure exactly right now because you're reprioritizing. You realize something and now you're reprioritizing, possibly to go in a different direction. And I think you could also potentially be looking at this group over here, or this person over here, or this community, and you're trying to figure out the intentions of this energy over here. You're trying to figure out what choices you should make when it comes to this connection. All right. So I'm going to go further into this now in the extended reading. We're going to explore this more and get the outcome and the advice, and we're also going to look more into this connection. So if this resonates with you, the information will be in the comments and the description below. But if I don't see you over there, then thank you so much for clicking on this video and being here. I really appreciate it. If you can like and comment if this resonated with you, that would really help me out a lot. I appreciate it so much. And I hope you take great care of yourself. Until I see you again, bye for now.